joins the Antisocial Network.
Yeah. Mask up, stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, right.
Again, my nipple caught me off guard.
TMI, Aaron. TMI.
Well, it's in the intro. That's what
Oh
caught me.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that visual.
Well, we can get that
Visual
worked on
evidence
if
of
you
that,
don't want
yes.
it, but
No, it's fine. It's just I forget it's there, and then it's right before the end, and then I'm
Yeah.
cracking up when we start.
Well, the algorithm went out and found that, and now you're gonna have to live with it. So.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. Welcome,
Can't argue
welcome,
with the
gentle
algorithm.
listener. Oh, welcome, gentle listeners, once again to with Lisa, Phil, and Aaron. This week we are talking to admin Thea, our chief squirreler, and my partner in squirreldom. Yeah. This week we're talking about Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest. It's a 90s album. Aaron presented it because he knew Philip hadn't heard all of it because it's not Philip's usual cup of tea.
I knew he hadn't heard any of it.
Right.
Yeah, I really haven't heard any of it.
I actually enjoyed this more than a lot of albums that we've covered.
It's come up 2 or 3 times in previous podcasts, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what convinced him to jump to it.
Yeah. And this week we I just mentioned that I'm trying to mention, sorry. Admin Thea has created something of an introduction, and I'm going to let her have that.
Hi there, everybody.
Welcome, Thea, and thank you.
Hi there, everybody. Thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed this album. This album came out, in 91. I was, very young, still in high school. It came out at just such an incredible time, and it was just so fresh and so new and so good. So happy to be here to do it. So just a little bit of some stream of consciousness I came up with just as an intro to this whole album. So just a little background. This album, just 1 month after dropping their first album, which is called The People's Instinctive Travels, Fife Dogg was actually diagnosed with diabetes, and he briefly considered exiting stage left from the band. It was a tough moment, no question. Suddenly life came with needles, diet changes, and zero patience for nonsense. So thankfully, Q-Tip stepped in like a calm but firm coach and said, "You're not leaving, you're leveling up." Fife stayed, grabbed the microphone tighter, turned his verses into witty, sharp jabs that hit just as hard as the beats. Meanwhile, the group didn't exactly take a breather. Instead of relaxing after album number 1, they rolled straight into recording the Low End Theory like a band that forgot what time off even means. Fife later summed it up perfectly. Tip simply did not believe in stopping. The album itself balanced brains and bass. Its title nodded to both deep low-end frequencies and the not-so-great low-end position of black men were often pushed into socially. They didn't come alone. Jazz legend Ron Carter added buttery, upright bass, while leaders of the new school, featuring a very energetic Busta Rhymes, stormed in on scenario like they had had 3 espressos and a mission. Behind the scenes, pure chaos with a rhythm. Managers were fired, lawyers fired, lawsuit unlocked, a switch to Russell Simmons' camp, and a year-long tug of war for money. The whole experience left the group a little side-eyed, and music and
sorry.
It's okay. The whole experience left the group a little side-eyeing the music industry, but it also gave the album extra edge. Turns out frustration pairs beautifully with great bass. So just a little,
Awesome.
Yeah, well said.
Thank you.
You covered a lot of ground there, including Fife Dogg's battle with diabetes that eventually took him away from us, and just a lot of the.
Now, does it indicate whether he discovered he was a type 1 diabetic or type 2? I'm most curious.
I didn't go looking too deeply into that. We can always take a look at that later.
Okay.
Or if only we had access to all of the collective information of the entire universe since the beginning of time, forever and ever.
Right.
We got you. Thank you, Aaron.
Also known as our crack research team.
Uh-huh.
Type 1.
Crack or quack?
Okay, that's the worst.
Quack, right.
Conflicting reports.
So Fife Dogg
That's the worst.
and
Q.
were buddies going all the way back to like grade school, right? I mean, they grew up in Queens,
Preschool.
Albany,
Yeah, like church preschool.
very much New Yorkers. And that area was as a jazz hotbed, right? I believe like Dizzy Gillespie, and I can't start rattling off the names and everything, but it was very much part of the culture there. And that's why this album is infused with a lot of different samples, but a lot of jazz samples that those of us who are novices find obscure, I guess.
And I like the bluesiness that slips in. That was what I enjoyed.
Oh, I love some of the horns in it are just silky. It almost reminds you of like a film noir type sound, or a gumshoe detective movie or something from the 40s or whatever. It's like really
funky.
Yeah, funky. Just stylish.
But fresh, like funky, but in a fresh way.
Yeah. I have to say that it took.
I don't want to say funky fresh, but
like we talked about last
cliche.
summer. This is a long time coming. We were going to do this. It took about a year for us to build up to this, and we started out by when we were out shopping on our shopping excursions. On Saturdays, we would listen to the whole album during the course of the day, and it was hard. It was difficult for me to get into it because a lot of we had Kurt Ellenbach on a couple weeks ago, a music professor, and he was talking about how a lot of jazz is discordant because you can't predict where it's going, that it's difficult, it's complicated, and so that made the album a little bit unaccessible to me at first. So it was like a really, really slow burn. And then at one point, we were going to do it one time when our guest didn't show up because Aaron was under the impression we were ready to go. And I realized I'm not ready to go. I've heard this so many times, but all the songs kind of run together. I really haven't given it the attention it deserves. So I've tried to do that over the last week or so. And it's been, it was a slog, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And that is why I find that in many albums, even ones that I'm predisposed to, the songs run together if I'm just listening to the album all through. I'll listen to the album all the way through at least once. Then I will go to YouTube and I will listen to each individual song identified on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or I just can't, most of the time I can't rack it. And that would be any group, groups that I've known since I was a kid, etc. So that's what I do. I do the YouTube thing because even though it's not the best sound possibility, still.
Yeah.
That helps me. What about you guys?
What about you, Aaron? Where are you coming
This was
from?
always in the CD changer
Okay.
after it came out. I was introduced to it in probably 93 when I was living with Ihor. He had a copy of it. He had this and their first album. And Fife Dogg is barely on the first album other than Ham and Eggs. He doesn't contribute a whole lot. And Ham and Eggs is hilarious if you guys haven't heard it.
Have not.
I don't eat no ham and eggs because of high cholesterol. Yo, Tip, do you eat it? No, Fife, do you eat it? Not at all. And the story goes on. They go to grandma's house and she's got the ham and eggs but I can't. I'm plagued by vegetarians. And in the last verse, it's no, Tip, do you eat them? No, Fife, do you eat them? All the time. That's kind of the end.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lesson. That sounds like something
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they ever went on Sesame Street, maybe they would have performed
that would be right before he learned he had type 1 diabetes. But it's
sure.
it is a good song.
Tribe for me is like is kind of, I don't know, it's a weird theaism genre that I call it like intelligent rap,
Yeah.
like thoughtful rap, thought provoking, a lot of thought and consideration into the lyrics. And Phil, I know you and I have kind of like discussed it back and forth where parts of a lot of this album don't necessarily hold up as well
Yeah.
Right.
today as it did back then.
Right.
But to me, after just immersing my world in this album for the last couple of weeks, it's still, I gotta say, it still slaps for me.
Yeah. And
Even
this is
with
the first time
period
I've heard of
stuff
any
and
of it.
Right. A lot of the pop culture references.
even
are
with
kind of
the
dated.
even with the PMS stuff that didn't age well and all that.
Yeah. Or the Arsenio
Yeah.
Hall.
Yeah, no, I
reference.
like it for
I love
just
the Arsenio Hall references.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those did
Ooh,
age
ooh,
well.
ooh.
I liked it, and I really didn't pay that much attention to the validity. But I did enjoy it, and I think that speaks. If you're not normally into that kind of music, try it.
Right.
It could be your gateway album to rap.
Right. Well, it's held in such high regard by rappers, peers of the band. It's Dave Chappelle was a great ambassador for this band. He introduced them at the Hall of Fame, actually.
That's right. I
And
forgot about that.
Yeah.
did a really tremendous job and I love that. I've watched the video of that whole thing twice over the last week or so, and I just love it because you can feel the familial energy coming off of the group up there. Like Q-Tip's up there, and he's got his arm around the neck of Fife Dogg's dad, and it's just like such a crowning achievement. Well,
Miss Dionne Warwick, I'm going to San Jose. I think I need directions.
Yes. Yes.
He was having the time of his life.
Yeah. He was. Yeah.
Great, well deserved. I'm glad that they honor their fallen member so closely.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah. And another thing here, like I'll oftentimes reference certain bands I like or musicians as I like JJ Cale. I'd say the majority of people aren't super familiar with JJ Cale, but he's one of those, if you know, you know. And he's like a musician's musician, like all of the greats, Petty, the Eagles, Eric Clapton, Leonard Skinner. They all covered, maybe the Eagles didn't, but they all covered JJ Cale songs and gained great notoriety out of it. And the undercurrent of that really was JJ Cale. That's what I mean by like a musician's musician. I kind of feel like Tribe is very much like that these days. A lot of your popular artists these days are going to give flowers to Tribe Called Quest. And just with how things have changed, they're one of those kind of, if you know, you know kind of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I heard on this podcast I was telling you about before we started recording, Tribe did a lot of sampling, but they've been sampled a tremendous amount also. Something I think it might have been, it may have been the last track.
It's been samples of samples.
Yeah.
And really, I think if the construction is unique enough, the samples are secondary.
Yeah.
Like
the fact that they've sampled is
Scenario has
secondary.
been sampled something like 91 times, according to this
Do what?
source.
Which
Scenario,
what has?
The song Scenario.
Because I can't hear you when I have the headphones on. Okay. The song Scenario.
Yeah, and Q-Tip has appeared on other, guested on other albums. He performed with the Beastie Boys.
Not too long after this album, he was on Ill Communication.
Yeah, that one passage, and
well, he's like
Check
half.
It Out.
He's half the song. Yeah.
Check It Out, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
1 2 1 2, keep it on. Listen to the shit because we kick it till dawn. Listen to the abstract, got it going on. Listen to the ladies, come on and let me spawn on your eggs as we go up the river.
Love it.
Listen to the abstract, the freaky. I'm gonna stop there.
No, but that's a highlight of that.
AA Ron spitting mad lyrics, yo.
But I'm like, the first time I heard that when that album came from the record club, I popped it in, and I'm like, 10 syllables in, I'm like,
What is
that's
this?
Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
didn't know who it was, but that passage resonated with me because I am a fan of the Beastie Boys, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's a great rap for sure.
He's also on the Chemical Brothers song. What's it called? Galvanize. Because there's a party over here, so you might as well be here where the people care. Don't move back.
And another thing, they seem to be like a bridge between like the first wave of rap, which was kind of really infused as pop, like pop offshoot, and now the harder edge rap maybe that we're more accustomed to today. And Chappelle talked about that during the Hall of Fame ceremony, talking about how here you could have very thoughtful, very traditional, or I guess nothing really was traditional at that point, but organic, urban music that was not negative necessarily. That was kind of bridge that gap,
Yeah.
So
That positive, intelligent rapper, like genre-ish.
right,
Yeah.
right. So there's a lot of things I love about this band, and I did develop some favorite tracks out of this. But like I said, it was a slog for me to get through it. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I went on that journey. But so why don't we? I think we
have expressed love,
Yeah.
and now it might be an idea to get into the song.
Unless we want to talk about the native tongues and the whole collective they were in New York.
Yeah.
Zulu Nation and all
Okay,
that
yeah.
stuff. So the posse track thing at the end, Scenario, that's with Leaders of the New School. And I'm not sure if they were technically part of Native Tongues. I think they're honorarily part of Native Tongues.
This is not connected.
But you have like the Brand Nubians and De La Soul, Queen Latifah, and they're all this kind of sort of positive collective, and they were associated with loosely associated with Zulu Nation, which was Africa Bambaata's thing, but African Bambaataa is now canceled. He's a sex pest.
The sex. Yeah, I've heard that term before.
That's the way the British say it, and I think it's funnier that way. Anyway, Scenario kind of blew up Busta Rhymes enough that it ended up splitting up the Leaders of the New School. Him and Charlie Brown were basically the co-heads, but I think they'd split right before they were signed, and they only got together because the record label guy said he was signing with Charlie Brown. He said he'd only sign if Busta Rhymes got back in. And Busta Rhymes got back in so he could have a record deal.
Interesting.
But
yeah,
he's a show stealer, I guess, and Charlie Brown didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, for those of us not necessarily in the know, I think you said New School.
Leaders of the New School.
Yeah.
That's
what's the definite? What defines New School versus Old School?
That's their band's name. Well.
Oh, okay.
But before they had a name, they were in some kind of talent show that Chuck D was like judging, and Public Enemy and the Bomb Squad took them under their wing. And they had another band they took under their wing at the same time, and they had two different names: Leaders of the New School and Young Black Teenagers. And both bands wanted Leaders of the New School.
Okay.
And
Young Black Teenagers.
So he made them both write a rhyme.
It's not alliterative.
He made them both write a rap about called "Fuck the Old School," and the one with the best one would be Leaders of the New School, and the other band would be the Young Black Teenagers. So Leaders of the New School won, and the other band, which was all white, was the Young Black Teenagers.
Okay, yeah, that's not good.
It's just
they embraced it. They stayed together for like 6 years or something.
I was kind of thinking Leaders of the New School was like, the less
That was
Angry
Buster
rock.
Rhymes and Charlie Brown.
Angry rap.
Chuck D
Okay.
gave them those names too, Buster
Oh,
Rhymes
okay.
and Charlie Brown.
Okay. Why Charlie Brown? Do you know?
No fucking idea.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
better than whatever his real name is.
Because his girlfriend
Okay.
was Lucy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. The two things. One, I need to know your hair color brand because you have darker hair and your color seems to stay. So I'm gonna need instruction on that because I want to
Not
dye
me,
my
I'm
hair.
coloring.
Yeah.
Me?
The one with the hot pink hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is very, very faded out purple, and I will get you the information.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
were
want
at
the
Hot
brand.
Topics the other day, and she was about to buy some dye.
I was about to buy some purple dye, but the cashier, whom I have to go on and give her a super thumbs up
She talked you
because
down.
she basically talked me out of that color and told me to go to Sally.
Sally's
for
Beauty Supply?
better options. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So she talked about Vivid, and I can't remember what the other one was right now. I'll know it when I see it.
So I'm using Splat color.
Splat. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll get you the
do you
details
really
though.
like it? And I mean, about how dark is your hair naturally?
Naturally I am like a dirty dishwater blonde, but
Okay,
it's
see,
it's
'cause-
gotten darker as we go. But this
Naturally,
color
I'm
is
splat, but I'm having it dyed
Yeah.
dishwater blonde.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
by
this
nature.
color is designed for darker hair. This hair
Okay,
color.
good.
So I'll get you the
Okay.
information.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Of
All
course.
right.
Happy
So
to
She'll hook you
our-
up with some splat. Don't worry about it.
I want to go. I don't know if I want to go
You
blue
got
or
a splat
purple
dealer
first.
now.
Maybe lavender. Meet in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
I'll look
I
good
got
with
your
lavender
splat.
and blue. I will.
Yeah, Phil was
Got
so
the
right.
blue
We're going to be
eyes,
way
the
over
light-
an hour on this one.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna be
Squirrels.
Okay. So squirrels, girl squirrels.
There's our first squirrel.
Okay.
I have not
That's
unpacked. I haven't
actually-
unpacked Roscoe P. Esquire
Oh,
yet,
no?
or else he would be here.
you've moved?
Yes. And he's still packed. So once he makes his appearance known to me again, stops playing hide and seek in my belongings that haven't been unpacked,
Yeah.
he'll come back.
So are you doing okay
Yeah.
otherwise?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Doing well.
Great.
Okay. The first song we're speaking about on the album is Excursions. It alludes to, Hun, maybe you could do this part?
Yeah.
No, I mean the mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. It alerts to pagers, Nikes, can't fall prey to a hip hop crime. And this kind of is indicative of a more positive, less kill the man vibe in rap. The way Bobby Brown is tipping like Michael, first Arsenio reference like baseline, microphone check. What is this? I'm not a half stepper.
Oh,
You're on the
Start
second song
scratching.
now.
You're on
You've
the
moved
second
on.
song, Cody.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, yeah. So I'll just start over in case he wants to edit. Alludes to pagers and Nikes, can't fall prey to hip hop crime the way that Bobby Brown is tipping like Michael.
Those are
Now-
just some of the lyrics.
Yeah, now that's Excursions. Please, guests, speak.
So do you want me to go next or do you want me to go last, guys?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So I did my thing. When I do these, it's kind of part therapy, part getting some humor out and so on. So be prepared. So
Gotcha.
first off, just a little bit of a hot take fun fact on this song. The term fake news. This album was released on September 24th of 1991. While it isn't the earliest use of the term fake news, it was a unique use of it in my opinion. So
Mhm.
Excursions
Day before my
is,
birthday.
yeah.
Day before
Excursions
my
is the kind of,
23rd.
ooh, I was not that old, but I digress. Excursions is the kind of
We know.
opener that makes you feel like you're getting a PhD in groove studies, whether you asked for enrollment or not. The bass line doesn't walk, it saunters in like it just came from a jazz session, drops some Coltrane wisdom, and now wants to lecture you about real hip hop while swirling an espresso. Fife is nowhere to be found at first because Q-Tip clearly decided to host a one-man TED Talk on the cultural evolution of rhythm. By the time you realize he's been talking for 90 seconds straight, you're nodding your head like an enthusiastic grad student pretending to understand postmortem theory. And yet, somehow you do understand because it's funky, it's warm, and it's smarter than it has any right to be. The production is so buttery it could clog your speaker's artery, but instead it smooths them out. The upright bass loop hypnotizes you into thinking maybe you should trade your Spotify subscription for a vintage vinyl habit and a dashiki. In short,
Mhm.
Excursions is less a song and more a reminder that back in 1991, A Tribe Called Quest didn't need trap hi-hats or auto-tune, just a beat, a bass line, and a well-timed "We got the jazz." It's the musical equivalent of your cool uncle explaining the history of funk at Thanksgiving. Long-winded, brilliant, and somehow impossible to interrupt.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's not, yeah. That was buttery.
It's like,
Like
butter.
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 Ain't no parquet. Ain't
Aaron?
no margarine. So my notes are Ron Carter's double bass sets the mood. Q-Tip's bars fill the space. The drums kick in hard, but not until about 5 verses into the song. Horns and poetry close it out.
Nice.
That's the one with the time poem at the end, right? The Beasties use that one too, also in Ill Communication, I believe. Time's running, I'm passing, I'm running, I'm running, I'm passing.
Yeah.
But y'all better get right with this time, because there might not be no next time. Yeah, that's all my notes on Excursion. I had it ranked number 2. I had it really high.
Nice.
Lost your sound there, Phil.
I muted for a second because I had a behind the scenes question. The next song is.
Wait a minute.
He didn't do Excursions
I got
yet.
something to say.
Okay, yeah. No, I thought I said your words. That's why I was wondering.
No. I'm gonna go. Well, okay. So you mentioned fake news. I think it's interesting that the word excursion is in the news. Like,
Yeah.
It's sort of fake news, you know.
And the definition of excursion is like a short pleasure trip. Trump doesn't know what an excursion is.
No.
Right. So that's irony. That's something that's topical.
Well, for him, an excursion is going out to the golf course. That's right outside your home in
Sure,
Mar-a-Lago.
that's an excursion, but for him, the war's an excursion.
Mm-hmm. I love the way that the album. I had this ranked pretty low, but I like the way it opens because it sounds like a jazz group tuning up, tuning and getting ready to actually perform.
Yeah.
And then
I think it's the one where Ron Carter's actually playing like with them in the room.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a warm up exercise. I'm sure it's a jazz. It's a sample.
No, the man himself. They got Ron Carter to play bass for this.
Right, you mentioned, yeah, that's right. Okay,
and that's why they bleeped out. He didn't want any curse words in it, so they took out the words bitch and shit. If your sis is a bitch, and I forget what shit was rhyming with. But.
Yeah. Well, so Ron Carter, okay, he's sitting in on this. So, but the intro of the album, you've got that cool little jazz groove, and then he goes, back in the day when I was a teenager. And I just feel like that was a strong intro. Yeah. Even though I didn't have the song, a lot of times the opening track of an album really pops, and I have to say that this one it didn't really light me up. But the intro of the song was good and strong, and I just wanted to mention that the sample that I took note of, A Chant for Boo, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. But as we mentioned, this band sampled all kinds of things. Like they might
got the horns on the outro.
I think so. Yeah. So I only had it ranked
6.9.
Yeah, I had it.
I got you here.
10th.
Out of 7.5 is as high as
Phil had it 10th.
So it's not too far off.
All right. Okay.
Our next song is Buggin' Out, and I am going to let Philip start this time.
I couldn't get the vision of Cash Patel out of my mind when I heard this, and I actually saw the video.
I forgot about the video with the fake eyeballs.
Yeah. So I think even we talked about how Tribe can be sort of dated. We're finding reasons to bring it back to the present day here. But it was the first Arsenio reference in the album that I think it recurs later in the album on, I can't think of the track. But obviously, I think Tribe went on Arsenio Hall several times, and he was a big proponent. So the band was very much steeped in the pop culture of the time.
Yeah. The band and Leaders of the New School went on Arsenio Hall together. So just like what they did in the studio, and that blew up and drove album sales for this, and drove album sales for Leaders of the New School. That they had a CD out like just before this one, and then Busta Rhymes went solo.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that an advisable thing to do? I mean, I know I've heard of Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, he's still doing rhymes about the Dungeon Dragon.
Okay.
Well, it again opens with a good.
Rah.
Right.
Let's do
it.
Roar.
Like a Dungeon Dragon.
Roar.
Microphone check 1 2. What is this? It was another great intro. Great segue into this song. I'm not gonna take too much more time. Menya is the Mooch by Jacques de Jonnef is the sample.
Now, is that a reference to Minnie the Mooch?
I could only imagine so, probably. It's a jazz.
Maybe like a French version,
because that does look kind of French. Standard, but then also Spinning Wheel, which was that Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Oh, I love Spinning Wheel.
No, it's
I have no idea who does it.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah.
But that was also
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
That was that's like the first song that I actually wanted to sing all the way through.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Thea?
All right. All right, Bugging Out, which is track 2 on side A of this one. Bugging Out sounds like the coolest therapy session you'll ever attend, except instead of helping you process emotions, it lectures you on sneaker etiquette while dunking on every mediocre rapper alive in 1991. The bass line doesn't groove, it lurks. It's like a jazz musician and a street poet conspired to make your head nod out of sheer intimidation. Fife Dogg bursts in like he's 5 feet tall and powered entirely on fury and Fila sponsorships. Every bar feels like he's been personally offended by complacency. He's not just bugging out, he's declaring war on anyone who rhymes Mike with tight for the 3rd time in one verse. You can practically hear Q-Tip smirking in the background, adjusting his shades while thinking, let him cook. Then Tip steps in, smooth, sly, surgical, like the friend who doesn't raise his voice when he humiliates you. His flow is so relaxed it's disrespectful. It's the lyrical equivalent of a casual backhanded slap delivered with jazz timing. Together, they sound like 2 professors who got sick of grading bad papers and started spitting essays instead. The beat is lean, mean, and endlessly looped, forcing you to sit in your shame. If you ever doubted their genius, it's weaponized minimalism. No bells, no frills, just bars that casually erase entire rap crews from existence. If Buggin' Out were a person, it would correct your grammar, roast your Spotify playlist, and then leave the party with your girlfriend. In short, this track isn't just a flex. It's a public service announcement for anyone fool enough to forget the intellect and swagger can absolutely demolish you, one snare hit at a time.
All right.
Lovely. Lyrical almost.
Almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you could almost make that a rap.
Here we go, yo.
Yeah. Okay, Aaron?
This was my number one, so we got my top two out of the way.
Wow.
Yeah, and what amounts to Fife Dogg's coming out party, the funky diabetic kicks down the door with the most famous phrase in the ATCQ catalog. Yo, microphone check 1, 2, what is this? But this also has one close to my heart. Never half step, because I'm not a half stepper. Drink a lot of soda, so they call me Dr. Pepper. And Phil could vouch for what was my breakfast in 8th grade, 7th grade, 9th grade? All those grades.
Dr. Pepper and last night's homework assignment.
Yeah, and a bag of Doritos.
And a bag of Doritos, yeah. Always doing his homework over there in the corner table in the lunchroom.
Yeah, that's it for bugging out, right?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to go to Rap Promoter. And you mind starting, Aaron?
No. I had this one number 10. Got Q-Tip criticizing rap trends and exploitation in hip hop, cool funky guitar scratches and a great bass line. I want chicken and orange juice. That's what's on my rider, and the occasional potato bite or rider. And he also does the Peter, Paul, and Mary. I'm leaving. He does the leaving on a jet plane leaving. Which nobody ever says leaving like that in any other context.
No.
Yeah. And it just fades out. And then just leaving.
Let me tell you.
Okay, Han, Philip.
Go ahead, Han.
I thought.
Yeah, Han.
Sweetie Pie.
Well, here, let me change my name.
Go ahead, Attila.
So
sick burn.
Man, brutal. I hadn't even said anything yet, and I'm already getting cat calls. But so I thought the guitar
that's
scratching.
A wolf whistle, not a cat call. Right now I'm swirling.
I'm dodging the beer cans here, but the guitar scratching. I thought at the beginning, I thought that was Voodoo Child's Slight Return, but it's damn. I mean, it really sounds dead on the intro to Voodoo Child.
Pretty close to it.
But apparently, according to the the podcast I listened to, it's not. And I believe that the sample is Long Way Down by Eric Mercury. So I don't know, maybe Jimmy was inspired by that or vice versa. I don't know. But there's the passage diggity dang, diggity dang, dang, diggity.
Diggy dang, diggy dang, you dang, you dang,
diggy. I mean, that's
I like
that Kid Rock. I mean, and that Kid Rock probably took that and plugged that into
ball with the
ball to bang, whatever. I mean, it's very
whatever Kid Rock was singing.
Well, and anything bang to bang to bang
which
to
he
bang,
took from Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
But I mean that sounded Sha-na-na to me.
I guess it's sort of public domain, right? So
maybe. I don't know. Depends on when it was done.
Just the sound of it. Let me see. I don't know where did I have that ranked, Aaron? My ranking's probably.
Phil had this was bugging out.
No.
Rap
Promoter.
4.
Oh, okay. I generally like songs that are about the business. You know, I like Long Way to the Top. I like Jukebox Hero. Songs that are about the business resonate with me for some reason. I don't know, but I did like this. I had this number 1.
3 of those on this album.
Yeah, I think that I would have. I think that if I ranked them again, it'd look a little different. But I'm just going to roll with the way I had it. So there you go.
Cool.
Miss
Which direction
Thea?
we going? Okay.
Don't worry about swirling, Aaron.
Well, we went clockwise, then counterclockwise, and now we're clockwise again.
We got the squirreling covered, guys. Yeah. Just sit back and chill. We're good.
Yeah, right.
So Rap Promoter is what happens when smooth talking poets finally lose their patience with the business side of hip hop. It's the sound of Q-Tip counting his money, realizing it's insultingly low, and deciding to turn his frustration into a groove so catchy that you almost forget he's roasting the entire live concert economy. The beat hits like a bass-driven laugh at capitalism's expense, minimal, funky, and smugly professional, as if the track itself showed up early, sound-checked properly, and still didn't get paid enough. Q-Tip slides through the verses with a grin that says, I know I'm too talented for this nonsense, turning industry gripes into lyrical foreplay. He's listing travel costs, hotel stays, per diems like an accountant with rhyme and a vendetta. Every bar carries the energy of a man who's been stiffed by one too many greasy-handed promoters, who swear exposure is its own form of payment. You can practically hear him side-eyeing them again from the booth, and somehow he makes righteous indignation swing. This isn't just a rap song, it's a hustler's gospel, funny, biting, and perfectly fed up. Rap promoter plays like the world's grooviest invoice, smooth bassline, itemized sarcasm, with the subtle reminder that yes, Q-Tip expects cash up front.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's a very Frank Zappa thing too.
Yeah.
The whole roasting the promoters and everything all along the way. Everybody that fucked you over.
Mm-hmm.
Call out the management.
Right.
He's the one with the microphone.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did this one. It was a really smooth, direct, and powerful way of doing it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. I think David Letterman kind of achieved sort of a rock star status with the same approach with his comedy, you know?
Yeah.
Roasting the boss.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So our next track.
Did Aaron?
Yeah.
I think I started this one.
He went first.
My bad. Okay.
Then you, then Thea.
I'll let you be. I have a tough time giving up the host.
I'll just go when I'm told to
it's
talk.
Okay. It's okay. And next we have a track called Butter. Now the Jamie Summers reference, does that refer to the Bionic Woman?
It does.
Or somebody else? Okay, just checking. I thought so, but I wanted to double check.
The girl wanted nothing to do with Fife before he was a rap star.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got blue contacts in her eyes, and her hair is a different color. And just one ease off ho. My name's Malik. We love you, Fife. Ease off ho. My name's Malik. Yeah, if I'd have wanted someone like you, I'd have swung with Jamie Summers. He even says Bionic Woman, I think, a line before that.
Okay, cool. So you wanna go ahead and start, Aaron, or have you finished?
Sure.
Okay.
So Butter is my number 3. So we've got my top 3 out of the way in the first 4 tracks. It's the 5 Foot Assassin's Love Life. And that's when I say, if I wanted someone like you, I'd have swung with Jamie Summers. It's got the tasty horns at the end. And I love the chorus. It's like butter. It's like butter, baby. It's like butter. It's like butter, baby. Q-Tip
You know
says,
what? You're so...
What? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. You pointed that's exactly when I started using the phrase like butter.
Yeah. And and Q-Tip's like, not no parquet, not no margarine, strictly butter. Strictly butter.
That's probably a New York colloquialism, right? I mean, it's like butter. That's something.
It was also Mike Myers did that on SNL, right? Was that Coffee Talk?
Coffee Talk, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but did
Barbara Streisand, she's like butter.
Did that come from this though? I mean, when was Coffee Talk?
I think Phil's right. It was probably a going around New York kind of thing.
Okay. And then it became colloquial. It became that colloquial.
And this one too, it's just, and I'm smooth like butter, and then it's like butter. It's like butter, baby. It's like butter.
I like it, and I like, you know what, the Better Council of America should definitely look into using that song, in their commercials. You know, they could have it playing in the background as people are eating real butter.
Are they plagued by vegans?
Email that to yourself, Lisa. Get that to the Dairy Council of America.
Right. Might be able to cash in on that.
Dairy Council idea.
Okay. Sorry. So, Thea? I'm assuming you're not Aaron.
Yeah. She's just calling her Dairy Council lawyer here about her dairy accountant.
Yeah.
So I didn't do the ranking properly, but if I were to, this would have been my number 3. I would have given it 8 out of 10. I really liked this one. Butter is the smoothest track on the Low End Theory. and it knows it. In fact, it's so damn smooth, it practically slides right out of your speakers straight into a moisturizer commercial. But let's be real. This isn't just smooth, it's arrogant smooth. It's the kind of track that walks into the room in a silk shirt unbuttoned to the navel, sniffing its own cologne and calling itself classic. And annoyingly, it's right. Fife Dogg takes the mic like he's auditioning for a rom-com directed by Spike Lee. He's cocky, hilarious, and shamelessly judgmental. A pint-sized Casanova cutting through romantic disaster stories with the precision of a barber's fade. And he's ruthless. Every verse is a public execution of messy relationships and questionable dating choices. The man's not just spilling tea. He's throwing the whole pot at whoever broke his heart in 91. Meanwhile, Q-Tip's beat creeps
Is
in
that the
like
one
it's
called
been dipped.
Flow? Is that the one?
Meanwhile, Q-Tip's beat creeps in like it's been dipped in honey and dirty jazz vinyl dust. It's seductive, yet, yes, but also a bit too chill. As if it's quietly judging Fife's tragic dating resume while sipping a Negroni. The bass line doesn't bump, it caresses, like it's flirting with your speakers instead of shaking them. You could call Butter a love song if love were petty, brutally honest, and allergic to self-awareness. It's part confessional, part stand-up routine, part roast session for ex-girlfriends and ex-egos. Every time Fife flexes, he manages to trip over his own confidence. But that's what makes it brilliant. In the end, Butter is less a song and more a crime scene. Fife's pride is sprawled out in one corner, his ex is in another, and Q-Tip's bass line is the detective calmly taking notes. Everyone's guilty. Everyone's cool. And somehow, it's still butter smooth, bloody messy, and irresistible.
It's like butter, baby.
Like butter.
Ease off, ho. My name's Malik.
Yeah. Well, that's a hard act to follow.
Yeah.
Thea's really bringing the heat today. But I have to concur with what she says. It's very self-deprecating at the same time as reflecting on his Fife Dogg's relationships with women before his stardom. And I thought that where did I have it ranked?
Wick, whack.
Oh, I had it ranked startlingly low. I'm like really going against the flow with Aaron's rankings for sure.
Yeah, we were opposites. It was like a virtual tie.
Yeah. But the sample that I took note of was Young and Fine by Weather Report. I'm sure there's some more seasoning in there as well, but a very intelligent rap for sure. I mean, everything about this band,
it's smart.
Yeah, it's complex. You can't pay it. You got to give it your full attention in order to get anything out of it. And, there's another example.
There's funky beats. You don't have to pay too much attention to.
Okay. Verses from the Abstract featuring Vinia Mojica, please excuse pronunciation, and Ron Carter. Hun,
This is the one where he was in the room, not the first one.
Okay. I didn't take a lot of notes on this one. Just took note of Busta Rhymes makes his debut on the album here. And it's a Q-Tip solo. Let's see, where did I have that one?
Oh, I keep forgetting to look.
I have it like 7th.
First from the Abstract, 7. Yeah.
And it samples Heat Wave by The Star of the Story. I did listen to this morning, and I think this would elevate a little bit more in my rankings if I were to redo my rankings, which I'm not. But I don't have a whole lot on it.
Okay. Thea?
Verses from the Abstract. They're smooth and most grounded. I find this one to be their smoothest and most grounded. A masterclass in how to make introspection sound fly. Q-Tip's flow here isn't just relaxed, it's conversational. Like he's chilling in a dimly lit room, talking life, love, gratitude, and groove over a bass line that hums like it's meditating. He name drops his friends, his philosophy, and even his meal habits, and still somehow makes it sound cooler than 90% of the MCs spitting about Bentleys 30 years later. The song is a self-portraiture through rhyme. Tip opens up about staying humble, repping his people, and finding balance between spirituality and swagger. He's thankful for small things, music, connections, community, and even when he flexes a little, it feels earned. There's no posturing here. It's all lived in honesty, the voice of a guy who's figured out confidence doesn't need volume. The production, good lord, that bass. Ron Carter's upright groove gives that song its heartbeat, and Tribe rides it perfectly. The drums are crisp but airy, a reminder that not every track needs to bang to hit. That was weird to say.
Yeah.
The whole thing moves like a cloud over a warm summer afternoon, light, layered, and alive. Verses from the Abstract isn't about competition or ego. It's a meditation set to jazz. It's Q-Tip cracking open his world friends, fam, prayer, and peace, and inviting you inside. The vibe says, I'm grounded, I'm grateful, and the groove's eternal. It's the it's it's the Tribe in full bloom, bold, spiritual, and effortlessly human.
Very
Mhm.
lovely. Aaron?
Thank you.
I had it number 7, right in the middle. Girls love the gym because it causes crazy friction when it goes up in and fluctuates addiction. The backup vocals are honey sweets, and god damn it, the quest is on.
All right.
Hun?
Um,
12.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'll
you
get
go-
you ranking here versus.
yeah.
Do you have anything else to say about it?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I let off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
So we got about less than 10 minutes. I think we can get through one more, but we might
Okay.
want to break after this.
Yep.
one.
yeah.
Right. Okay, the next song is Show Business featuring Diamond D, Lord Jamar, and is it Sadat X or Sadat 10?
I think it's X.
Okay. And we are going to start off with Thea.
All right. Show business is what happens when idealistic jazz poets remember the record industry is basically a used car lot with better lighting. The track sounds like it was written mid-label meeting, right after someone from marketing suggested putting them in matching leather outfits. It's funky, furious, and dripping with acid reflux of dripping with the acid reflux of betrayed creativity. Q-Tip kicks things off like a man filing a complaint directly into a drum machine. His flow is smooth, but the lyrics are pure venom, spitting truths about fake executives, shady promoters, and rappers chasing fame like it's an STD. It's not bitter for the sake of it, it's bitter because it earned the right to be. Every bar feels like he's pulling receipts out of his back pocket and slapping them on the table one by one, with jazz samples playing judge and jury. Then the guest feature comes through, Lord Jamar, Sadat X, and Diamond D, each lighting their own little Molotov cocktail and tossing it into the crowd. They're not rapping for clout, they're testifying like industry survivors with PTSD. The energy is burn it all down, but make it groove. The beat, classic Tribe minimalism, low-end pimp slap, cool enough to disguise the rage underneath. It's laid back the way an arsonist might whistle while lighting the match. Show business is not here to entertain you. It's here to remind you the business part of show business. Remind you that the business part of show business is the parasite sucking the soul out of art. It's hilarious if you're not in the industry. It's horrifying if you are. Calling it cynical would be too kind. This is Disco Inferno for record executives, set to one of the funkiest funeral marches you'll ever nod your head to.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice. Stab. Aaron.
Bitch slap
Yeah, I like that.
or pimp slap.
I don't know what the boing sound is, but it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Going on through it.
Boing.
Yeah, we don't want to know how they achieve that sound.
Get a good lawyer so problems won't pile. You don't want to make a pitch that's wild. I just have another great sounds in the outro, but I had it ranked 11.
Okay.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
But
Phil had it
so
ranked 9.
Mhm.
Before you there.
When I look
Thank
at
you.
the samples, it samples something called Georgie Porgy. That if you kind of research that, it's an incredibly homophobic sample. So this song kind of
Yeah.
back in the Stone Ages a little bit.
Bless you.
At time, there are some things about it that are dated, and this is an example of that. Aretha Franklin, Rocksteady is also sampled on it. Wiki Wacky by the Fatback Band. You guys, we already mentioned the artists who cameo on it. It's more of a complex rap, I think, and I like the harmonies of it. I like the.
Bless you.
She's allergic to this one. She's allergic to show business.
Yeah, I'm picking that up.
I thought the drum beat was really good in it. So I think I had it ninth. So it's not a ringing endorsement because of some of the overtones, but yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So with that, I think we're going to
Close out this
episode.
of the episode.
Yeah, part one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Thea, do you want to give your socials or where people can find you or anything like that? Or tell them to
Yeah.
fuck off or whatever you like.
Well, no, I won't quite say
Yeah,
that. Well, maybe nobody here's putting me to that. So, I'm admin Thea of the Rock and Roll Heaven Pod, where we discuss the lives, careers, and deaths of famous musicians. Currently, we are in a series on Prince.
Yeah.
I got that right,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
2029,
Yes.
2030.
Yep, something like that. Yeah. So go check us out. It's a lot of
Fife
fun.
Dogg, podcast eligible.
Yeah, it is surprisingly fun for a death podcast, basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and that's one thing I love about it. I'm not an official. Sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
That's an endorsement you
I'm
love.
not-
Surprisingly fun.
Yeah, and they put the truth out as much as they can. I
Yep.
mean, they've researched, they've checked, they
It's
have
a
resources,
deep dive.
and yet it's done as respectfully as possible.
Over
Yep,
20,
the good, the bad,
probably
and
over
the
20
ugly.
hours of Michael Jackson and the Michael Jackson series, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's 21 plus Michael Jackson. I haven't tallied up the hours of Michael Jackson. That was insane, but it was necessary.
And now it's Prince.
But I told LD that this was, somebody is really, anybody who's a fan of Michael Jackson or now Prince, if they really want a resource on something and really want to take a deep dive into that artist, now they have the ultimate resource, But the Slapnuts episodes are also a lot of fun, and we participate in the subjects and encourage other people to participate.
Yeah.
A little less morbidity to the Slapnuts.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I feel
That's
like
the idea of the Slapnuts.
in one of my favorite book series, the Ender's World series, Ender's Game, etc. I feel like he later becomes what he calls the speaker for the dead. And he basically does the RPH with that. He wants the good, the bad, and the ugly. He's not going to sit there and say, yeah, your dad wasn't a cheating hoe. But he's going to say your dad was a cheating hoe in a respectful manner. As well as he can, putting it in a somewhat positive light, but also showing the reality, the imperfections. And I feel like those are what really make a person. Sitting there sainting a person there's no reason for that. Why?
Sure.
Why do we do that?
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Less than a minute.
Okay.
We'll resume with episode 2 and
or
the
part
low end
2.
theory.
Part 2 of what number is this episode?
250.
Okay. Part 2 of episode 250 of
That would be episode 251.
will be coming up. Oh, it's 250.